Welcome to episode 1 of Snappin Studs. We're going to talk about Legos, and this is our very first episode. And what better episode than to jump into the new Pokemon Legos?
That's right. Lots to look
I
at.
mean, we both love Pokemon, we both love Legos. We've been playing Pokemon games since pretty much since the dawn of time. What was your first Pokemon game?
Fire Red and Leaf Green. So it is nice to start with Generation 1, even though it was not actually Generation 1, right? It was Gen 3, but
Yeah, and I had a Ruby, got it for my 8th birthday, and it wasn't Gen 1, but it was kind of when they restarted kind of like the video games. But I had been
for
watching like,
sure.
the cartoon as a kid, starting with Gen 1, the Pokemon cards. So I would have died for these Legos as a kid. This would have been my dream. And
Right.
honestly, maybe it's good because they're not cheap.
No, they're not.
First thing we're gonna look at is just the sets that have already been released. Just super quick thoughts.
Mhm.
Do you love any of these?
I do actually. I think the
Oh,
EV
okay.
is excellent. I think from what you want from kind of like a statue build, and with a little bit of extra movement here and there, but I've got to hold the EV and like look at it real up close and personal, and it really does look good. And even like the eyes are like straight from the anime or some of the drawings. um it still works for Lego, and it's just a really cool build. So I do like the EV. It also happens to be the cheapest of the three, but
It's not
that's neither
badly
here nor
priced. You
no.
can still pose it. And I think it's good value for what it
Yeah,
costs, and it does look good. And I think that
yeah.
says something. It's affordable and it looks good because if you look at Pikachu, that's $200, and I do not think that looks good.
It's the face.
Tell me I'm wrong.
No,
Yeah,
you're right.
exactly.
And it is less posable than the EV. From what I've been able to see, I haven't gotten to hold or touch or build the Pikachu and Pokeball, but it from what my understanding, his head is not able to do
He's like
anything.
always
It's
looking up,
pretty much
kind
always
of.
kind of
Or
looking
I guess he's
up,
kind of in a
um,
jump, and
and
he's
he's obviously sitting on a stand. So
yeah. And
um,
I just don't understand why they didn't do a $60 Pikachu along with the Eevee.
yeah,
Because you'd
well,
rather spend 140 more dollars, make him slightly bigger, and he has a stand. But
give him
okay, you know what? So we like the Eevee. Pikachu's could have been better.
yeah.
$650 for the Gen 1 starter trio. I think
Mhm.
it looks good. And I've seen a lot of like builds on it, and people like the builds. I don't think I've actually heard that much bad things about it other than the price. And it was just kind of a worrying, is that what Pokemon Legos is going to be?
Right.
Giant display pieces that kids can't afford and that adult collectors have to break the bank for.
Yeah. And I think my thoughts on it are that the builds are like pretty good looking, like the specifically the Pokemon themselves. What a lot of people don't like is that it does seem like they got pieced out by the time they got to Charizard, and like he's a little flimsy, and then the structure itself is massive, while also like, did they have to have that much detail put into their bases? You
Yeah,
know?
it's a shame that of all of them, Charizard gets pieced out. You wouldn't think that would happen.
Yeah.
But luckily, we have now seen probably what is the more common feature of Pokemon Legos.
Yeah.
I mean, easily. This was a 3-set drop, not including any gifts with purchase, all that stuff. We're not going to
Right.
get into that. But this was 3 kind of like adult level sets. The $60, it's still listed as 18 plus, $60 EV.
Yeah.
But we do see the cheaper, smaller builds, maybe even like a little more focused on the Pokemon and not necessarily this giant base or anything like that.
Right.
There is definitely some mixed reviews already. They don't come out till August 1st. We're filming this in June. We're going to do a tier list of the 12 sets that are coming out. 3-set drop in February, 12-set drop in August with these new sets. So maybe it is safe to say this is the future of what you can expect from Pokemon Lego
Right.
outside of, some icon sets or something like that.
For sure.
Okay. We're going to go ahead, jump into this tier list. I've got all the tabs open, and we're going to go by the order of the tabs. Is that okay with you?
Okay, that works for me.
All right. So we've got our day one buys. They cooked a mid set and then trubbish. If you don't know, trubbish is the trash Pokemon.
Yeah.
First set, Smart Play Training House with Pikachu. It should be noted that this is one of two sets for Pokemon that include the Smart Brick. All of these sets are Smart Brick capable, so sounds and actions makes it very playable. Probably safe to say it's aimed at a younger audience,
Mm,
not unlike what the Mario sets did.
right.
First thoughts. What's your first couple thoughts on this?
So my first thought is for a $70 set, you get one Pokemon. But
And yeah,
this is to me a smart play focused set. So it gives you a smart brick, correct? So
yes, it
already
includes.
you're gonna expect a nice little price bump because it comes with that special piece. And you're gonna need that piece for the other if you want the interactive features. You're gonna need that for the other the ones that have smart play features but don't come with a brick. So I guess some of it kind of makes sense, but it would have been really nice to have like a Pichu or something like that included.
I agree. I think a small little build would not have hurt.
Yeah, or
Like,
just one of
probably could have
Pikachu's
kept it the same
buddies.
price.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Instead of a Target or something like that. Like just I think Pokemon fans for the most part are really hoping for as many Pokemon as possible. So I don't think it looks. I mean, I think it looks nice. I don't know if it's nice enough to say like, oh, definitely a display piece, but it's got all the little play features. Definitely more of an appeal to a younger audience. But they hit you with the $70, and you're definitely gonna if you're a kid and you're asking for a birthday, you're gonna want another set that has more Pokemon. You're not gonna just want
yeah, and
so.
I think the build's okay. I think maybe some like environment. You got a little bit of foliage, the grass there, like tall grass, Pokemon like. Um,
Yeah, I see that.
Sandwich.
Yeah.
Ah, like, oh yeah, I can't wait for Pikachu to go to bed and eat a sandwich. He's
Is
got like
that
maybe a little kitchen.
the
That's
Scarlet
not
Violet
really what I'd
reference? I
think
don't know.
of.
Yeah, I
Maybe
don't know.
I think that's still a reach.
That
It's
is a bit
not
of a
what I
reach.
think of with Pokemon. I don't want to call it trubbish.
Definitely mid, right? I mean,
It's definitely mid.
okay.
Definitely mid for me, and I might be willing to revisit that as we get a couple more.
Yeah.
$120. What if I say trubbish right here?
Oh,
I I don't hate the builds.
okay.
I think it looks good. I would much rather have this guy than $650 set. Especially,
Okay.
you're telling me he got pieced out and he's not as good. So you've got this. I think the build looks fine. And
Okay.
again, Pokemon. We're looking at the Pokemon too. So the Pokemon, I think Jolteon looks very good.
Okay. I
Maybe that's
agree.
a bad angle. I think he
I
looks
don't
good.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
I
Um,
think the smart brick does, if you remove that and just a normal brick there, I think he looks good.
okay. Do you know if they come with a brick to replace the smart brick or no?
The other sets do, because obviously they do not include the smart brick. So they've got those extra pieces. I have
I would
looked and I
assume.
haven't really seen, but let's just assume that you
Let's
do. Let's
assume
give
they
them the
do.
benefit of a
Okay.
doubt, and you don't
So
need to
they'll
find
look
an
okay without
extra
it then.
plate piece.
Okay.
Uh this is just $120 for basically the starter set because these guys were built to battle. So
Okay.
if you're, I still think of these being built for kids. I mean, target audience
Mm,
is kind of the smart play, I would say younger.
okay.
And $120 and you just get two Pokemon, a couple smart bricks, obviously, and it's Charizard. And I think Jolteon also is very popular too. Charizard
Jolteon
is
being
one
an
of the most popular.
evolution. It's also one of the best
Yeah, and it's
evolutions.
why did you even bother including this build in a $120 set? it's like a tiny little target.
Yeah.
I unless I'm missing something, I don't know what this is.
Can I get a piece count real quick?
Um,
I know it's gonna be ugly. Oh
750
man.
pieces. It's
Yeah, I
it,
knew it was
you want to argue with me? Is that trubbish?
I'm not gonna argue with that.
That's
I think
trubbish.
its saving grace is that the builds themselves look okay, but like we're treating Charizard like he's the Millennium Falcon or something.
Yeah, not good. What if I told you the charger and the bricks were like $30? So
That's
this
tough.
is a $90 set for seven. I still
Still
am
not
like for
good. Still not good.
$90.
Nah,
Real quick, looking
no.
at Pikachu, 400 pieces for 70. You take off $30. It is one less smart brick, so I don't know if that's accurate.
So it's like a
A little
$40
a little
set.
closer to a $40 exactly, and it doesn't even come with a second
Yeah,
Pokemon. So
it's a
okay,
little believable.
not
Okay.
not off
Yeah.
to a good start.
No, not so far.
Mewtwo, $70, 60 pieces. It looks a little bit bigger than some of the other builds, but I've seen other pictures with them all out together, and it doesn't look too bad. And plus, he's like you think of him as a final boss.
He is
See, and he's not
six
that.
foot seven. I don't think people know that.
Honestly, that's to scale. That's a
He
good
is
pull.
6'7". Yeah,
That I'm not gonna say it's to scale because obviously I'm not
yeah.
checking that. I don't have no idea. But Charizard's not as tall as people think he is. Uh,
Mm.
if you think of that as a dog and he's kind of like a tall person, I mean, it looks good. Either way, spending way too much time talking about the scale. $70. It's the smart play capable, and it's a licensed set. I don't think that's a bad price. I think it looks good.
I think it looks cool and it's a little more displayable, I think, than I mean, not to
It
say you can't just put the
doubles, kind
Pokemon up
of,
there, you
I
know what
would
I mean?
say.
But this one
Yeah.
seems more like they had like a good theme going with it. For just the set itself. I would have loved an armored Mewtwo would have been so cool, but I know that's a little more of a deep cut. But
Yeah, that's kind of
everybody
cool.
knows
I
who
mean,
Mewtwo is.
that's a
So
movie set. That would
yeah,
be a movie set, and Lego would like to probably lean on that. Whereas this is like, I think if you know anything about Pokemon, you know Mewtwo, a lab setup doesn't
yeah,
shock you.
not at
I
all.
think it looks good, and again, like you said, it kind of doubles as a display piece more than the other sets. Like
Right,
the extra pieces used on non-Pokemon
right.
are used well here. This is a
Yeah,
good set. This is actually like a lore relevant Pokemon set, something that makes sense to Pokemon. You will find it in the
and
movies, you will find it in
they
the
got the
game.
Master Ball. Yeah.
I'm calling it a day one. I'm not saying I'm actually going on a
Oh,
day one, but I would call it a day one. You want to argue
okay.
with me?
I'm not gonna argue with you because the worst I'd go is they cooked, and I'm leaning at maybe like 50-50. So let's just go with day one since that would be the tiebreaker. Yeah,
I like it a lot. I like it a
yeah.
lot. I think they did good, and I would like to see more like that. Okay, this one's fun. $80.
Okay,
Piece count. You want to go by piece count? Not bad.
not bad.
I What is with these evolutions costing so much? How many pieces are going into this guy? This does not look like an $80 package. But piece wise,
Hmm.
is it Garchomp? Is there just so much going on? And honestly, you could look at these and I think every single Pokemon, you need to get away from the thought that it has to look like a perfectly accurate brick built one and think of it as its own style. It's Lego.
Hmm.
Um, think of even the Pokemon video games. You have the sprites in battle, you have kind of the pixels in the
The
computer,
overworld and yeah.
and then even in the overworld and the various games where they follow you around, they all kind of have a different style. And then I like to think of deeper cut the Wii games where it was like Pokemon Rumble and they were kind of like
Me style
Mii's. If
ones.
you had Mii's
Yeah.
from Wii, I think of these
Pokemon
as their
Ranch. Yeah.
own style. This is
Okay.
don't call it smart play because that sucks. It's like, oh, it's smart play Umbreon.
Yeah.
He doesn't even include the smart brick. Like, think of it as this is the Lego norm moving forward. They're all relatively a good size, in my opinion.
Okay.
Garchomp looks good.
Yeah. I agree.
I would say this kind of just looks like Garchomp. Umbreon, I don't think looks bad, but it does kind of look like Lego Umbreon. This just looks like
Yeah,
Garchomp. I think this is incredible in my
yeah.
opinion.
I
If
I
you were
like
ranking
Garchomp.
the individuals, I think he might be the best one.
Yeah. I think Umbreon just looks a little, I don't want to say, but chunky. Like, does that check
He
out?
looks like Chonky here, small head, and then in this picture he just all looks Chonky.
Yeah, but I don't. I
No,
would need to
I
see it. I would need to see it like up close and personal. I think to make a really good
yeah,
determination on how good of a representation that is. Garchomp looks good. Um, the pricing I think does hurt
it's a
because
bummer.
there's some world out there that this feels more like a $50 set.
I'd
I
prefer
know
to
that
see them figure out that piece count, keep them looking similar, and make it cheaper. $80
a
just seems
smaller
like a lot.
Umbreon. I think Umbreon doesn't need to be that big.
Yeah,
It looks like
how
Umbreon's
many
the
little
same
pieces he's
size as
got in the
Garchomp.
middle? How many?
Yeah.
You could just taken a couple of those out.
Oh, oh,
I do like
yeah.
that there's a trophy. It's relevant.
Yeah.
It looks like,
Yeah.
a trophy from the games. It's relevant. The price kills me because Garchomp's easily, to me, one of the best builds here.
Maybe they
Um,
cooked.
they cooked, and hopefully you find it on sale.
Yeah,
That would
I agree.
be. I'm gonna go
It
ahead and delete
does.
some of these,
So it
but
does seem like that set is supposed to be equal to the Jolteon Charizard set with the pricing. Does that sound right?
they don't look
Without
far off,
the smart
honestly,
brick,
because
and
Garchomp looks similar. Yeah, yeah. You're correct. I would say remove the
okay.
smart bricks, and it's kind of the same. This one, you're a big Bulbasaur guy.
I do love Bulbasaur. I
How'd they
haven't
do?
taken a really hard look at the figure itself. Could you go down to a few pictures there? I mean, I think for $20 they definitely cooked. I could see
twenty
myself getting this
dollars,
one.
I think is this is horrifying, but
Oh. Oh, that hides it so
$20.
well though, doesn't it?
It does hide it. It looks like you wouldn't see it
Oh,
outside of like maybe below or above.
okay.
I Yeah, I would say they cooked her. I'd say a day one for $20.
Yeah.
I think
I
this is
might get
what it
that.
should
Yeah.
be.
I
You
might buy
get
that.
you basically get $10 a Pokemon. It helps that these guys are kind of like square rectangular. I mean, this is just Bidoof.
These remind me
It's
of Pokemon Ranch or Rumble, like you said, for sure. They definitely give
Yeah,
me
this
that
is
vibe.
Bidoof. Bulbasaur, I don't know if he's perfect, but I think if I think of it as Lego Bulbasaur, I think this is fine. Looks like he's got a lot of pieces going into it. They try to give him kind of the spots. I think that's
Yeah.
fine. And I think the bulb looks cool.
Yeah.
I think it looks good. I think this is very much Lego
I
Bulbasaur.
think
This is just straight up Bidoof, but Lego
Bidoof
Bulbasaur,
is
nothing wrong with
perfect.
that.
And honestly, both Pokemon are great picks because Bidoof is a fan favorite, believe it or not. And many people are familiar with Bidoof.
Yeah, and
Whereas
it's cool seeing like a non-Gen 1 Pokemon just from
yeah,
Diamond
yeah,
and
yeah,
Pearl, like 10 years after the first games came out.
because
So
it's
it's
in our
cool that
world.
there are
Yeah, yeah.
more of those
So
guys.
yeah, I
And
guess Garchomp too, right? Yeah.
yeah, the extra build, I mean, it's relevant. It's like a berry
It's
maker
the
and it comes
berry
with berries.
maker
I think
and
that's cool. I think that's fine. It's not necessarily like what I want most in an accessory, but it does,
right.
I can't argue with it. It
Yeah,
looks good.
there's still Pokemon
Not a
items,
Pikachu house with a
you know,
sandwich.
with the sandwich. Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
I haven't found that item yet, but
you're the Bulbasaur
I
expert.
would
I give
say I'm
you.
gonna go day one,
I think it's a good
and I
set.
would
It's
be
a very good value.
comfortable the top two categories, but yeah.
This one is really intriguing.
Hmm.
$60.
Okay.
If you go by piece count, it's good.
Clears. Yeah.
Um, you get a small Eevee, and
Nice.
honestly, Eevee looks good in my opinion.
Eevee looks pretty good. Yeah.
Um, do we have one of just Lapras? Did I already pass that? No. Lapras does not get his own
The
picture.
spotlight. Lapras doesn't need as a support Pokemon, does not need
I
doesn't
Little
want it.
treasure map, kind of pirate treasure. I'm a big fan of Lego Pirates. I
Okay.
I think that's cool. Why are they searching for treasure? I don't know.
I
Maybe I'm
missed
not
that
supposed to ask
episode.
that.
I don't I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't get it. I don't get that, but it is kind of a cool set. It's like aquatic, so pirate. I'm never gonna say no to pirates. I think my issue is the set looks really odd because it doesn't look like it. What is that
Yeah.
scaled to?
Um I
It's just
don't
a random.
Evie's
They
on
just
like a
said
piece of
build
driftwood
something,
and
which is kind of cool. Like a little ferry that you can fit him in so that he can hang out with Lapras in the water.
would a like a rescue be more appropriate for like a Lapras related? I don't know. I'm trying to like think
I
what else
guess
could they
it's
have
like a
done.
rock. It's just a
Oh,
rock,
is it a rock
and
that
there's
split a
just
boat?
random
Okay.
pieces from a boat. But
Attached to
even
it.
then, Eevee's pretty tiny, and you got like a flagpole.
Dude,
The
Evie's
map,
massive.
the map is bigger than all the pieces of the ship you see.
Yeah.
I In this world, think of minifigures, Lego minifigures. In this world, an Eevee is 2 to 3 times as tall as like Lego
Like a
Sauron.
Clydesdale. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe the little minifigures, this is kind of sized to them, and the map is sized to these guys. Either way, we're spending way too much time trying to guess the lore of this random set. Lapras,
True.
I think, looks great.
Yeah.
Eevee looks great. I, again, do prefer just getting the Pokemon, making them look
Yeah.
good. I don't need the extra stuff. I think it's fair to say they cooked.
They
It's
cook.
good priced.
I think we're on the
It's
same page.
fun, piratey stuff,
Yeah.
and they look good.
Yeah.
It's still good value, even if maybe they wasted some pieces there. But it's pirate stuff. That's not a waste. This one, you love Bulbasaur. I love Charmander.
So what do you think?
I think he looks chopped.
And his mouth
I
is
don't
messed up.
I don't understand. Can we come back to this one?
Okay.
Let's go to Squirtle. We're gonna go to Squirtle because my issue, Bulbasaur looked good. Nothing looked weird about him. He looked like Lego Pokemon. Squirtle, he looks like a Lego Pokemon. What? Why did they? Why is his face sticking out? Like, why couldn't they have
Give
just
him
given
that
him
like
the? Why is that
puppet look.
multiple pieces? Do they think
Why
that's
not
like
just do flat? Is that what you're
anatomically
saying?
correct? So, like, the regular, like, his face sticks out more. It's not a perfect circle, so we have to.
I think you could
I
fix
don't
it.
think it. I don't think it would have hurt anything if they had just given Charmander that head. And honestly, that ruins it for me. He just looks so weird,
No, you
man.
could fix it. I think you could take a piece out. Maybe.
Maybe, hopefully, let's assume you can fix it. On the other hand, Geodude looks okay. I mean, it's not like he
It's
was
kind of
kind of a
yeah, I don't know.
complicated.
Geodude's like not perfectly round.
I think my only thing would be like, did we have to do Geodude?
I think that was like the
And
first one they knew they could attach to a set. I think they were like, we're definitely throwing Geodude in here because he's
look at how
too
much. But
honest.
so $20, $10 for each Pokemon. You get two pretty big staples of the Pokemon series.
Sure.
He gets environmental stuff, and what if we do say that's cool? It's
Blue
you would
crystal.
want your Pokemon battles with some
Mm,
terrain, right? A little cool
okay.
crystal.
A little.
Let's say that that's cool. And let's say that you can fix Charmander.
Mm,
I I think they cooked,
okay. You think so? I was thinking,
but
but
I'm
if
putting
you
it in
are
mid because you have to assume a lot.
you're making some assumptions there.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like the $20 set. I like a
I would have
$10 per
loved
Pokemon.
modular pieces that like make a stadium or something, but I just wanted to throw that in
Oh,
there.
I could go all day about what they
That could have
should have
been
done.
crazy. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. All right. So we did preview Squirtle a little bit. I think Squirtle, he looks a little lame to me, but a Lego Squirtle, I think it's okay. I don't know if it's gonna show his back or anything like for the show.
I'd
We might
like
have
to see
to
it.
we might have to wait and see on that.
Your
You can
height.
kind of see his tail. His tail looks good.
The tail looks good.
Yeah. We'll try to not use that phrase too often, but the rest of the set, why? Why does he have a? It looks like a Mario Kart blue shell cart,
Is that a Krabby Patty?
and he comes with a. Like, why did Pikachu get a sub? Why does Squirtle have a Krabby Patty? Why is the Krabby Patty on fire?
They're so hungry.
Why does he have guns? I mean, some water pieces are cool. It's probably squirt guns. Maybe he, again, we shouldn't be going into the lore of this. Maybe he's like squirting water into the gun and or into the car, and the car shoots out. I don't know. I don't. Why? Why did we need this? Even a kid, I feel like you could have come up with better stuff. But they're like, no, one of these Pokemon needs a car. One of these Pokemon needs a house. Pikachu gets a house. Squirtle gets a car. Would I be less upset if this was a $20 set or a $10 set? I would be less
Probably.
upset.
Yeah.
If it was
Because you
$20, I would have just said give him terrain and a second Pokemon.
this might honestly not. This is
I
not a
hate
good
it.
set. Yeah, it's not.
I hate it.
Um,
I hate it. I almost want to add a new category. And it
just
Trubbish and
Squirtle,
then Garbodor, Mega Garbodor.
Carpador. Okay.
We're gonna
I mean,
invent a new
if you
Mega
got to,
Evolution for
if you
this
got
guy.
to,
A remote who's using the? I
it's
hate this
remote
set.
controlled Squirtle.
I hate
Yeah.
this set. It should have been the $20 battle pack where you get a starter and another Pokemon for it to fight.
Yeah.
Instead, you get a buggy. No, it's
Correct.
ridiculous. So
That's what you get.
all right. Moving on to if you wanted more Pokemon and more vehicles, you get a drone. First thought. Mew is like mysterious.
Okay.
You're trying to search for it. There's probably some part of the movie that this like makes sense. He's in the jungle and like humans are searching for him or something, and they have machinery or robots searching for him. I can kind of see that. I do not think this was needed in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I don't know about
The
this.
terrain's not bad.
Okay.
I don't think that I have no problem with the extra scenery. I think it fits Mew. Uh, I mean, okay, first off, you're not going to say you like the drone, right?
No, I don't like the.
So we're not
Why
here to
is it a
talk about
Pokeball?
drones.
But
That's also weird,
okay.
but let's not talk about drones. Talk about Mew. What do you think?
Mew looks great. I don't see how you could do this with this scale. In this scale, I don't know how you could do Mew any better. I feel like it
I bet he
perfectly.
looks good next to Mewtwo. I don't know if they're going to show a Mewtwo. I
Mm,
bet he looks good next to Mewtwo. That's pretty cool.
yeah, I
$50.
like it.
I wish they had removed this drone and taken off $20.
Yeah,
Value wise, not great. So whatever pieces they were using on the drone, they're like, sorry, that upped the price. Yeah, make this a $20 set, and it's like I would say a day one buy.
yeah,
It's a nice Mew. It's a mythical. You get that in there.
yeah.
I
That's a good question.
is it? I don't think it's trash. I would say mid.
You think mid? Yeah, I'm okay with mid. It's definitely not they cooked, but the Mew does look good, and I don't mind the ruins as much.
Yeah, it fits it.
Yeah,
All right, more pink. We got Jigglypuff. I think of this as like a meme set. Like it's kind of funny. He's got musical stuff. He's got a speaker. He might be about to drop a podcast.
yeah.
I
Right.
I don't know if you can throw him into Smash Bros stuff into
I
the
didn't
small
think
Smash
about
Bros universe they're
we
building.
we didn't. Yeah,
But maybe when he's like, you get your Smash Ultimate and he turns
and
big, maybe this would
yeah,
kind of fit that.
he's like half.
Either way, I think this is very harmless. It's a $15 set. Don't look at the piece count. You're getting kind of probably like a chonky, kind of chonky. I don't know. In the pictures, it looks big, right?
Yeah, there's
I
no
don't know if it
nothing to
actually
compare
ends
it
up
to
being that
yet.
big.
I
I would
don't
say,
either.
yeah,
Is it the same size as like Geodude?
it's probably the same size as all the other small guys. It's
Oh,
about the same
there's
size as
one.
Pikachu.
Okay, that's not as bad. That's not actually as bad as I
No,
thought.
I think they could have probably made it $10. But are we going to argue over like a
I
$5 price
I think
difference?
this is the cheapest set. So,
It is.
um, I think for like fans of Jigglypuff, I mean, here you go. You got your Jigglypuff, and you make it out of there without spending an extra dollar. It's
If I wanted my Jigglypuff, I'm not
tasty.
going to argue about a $5 price difference.
Yeah, I'll
I
say they cooked, but if
Yeah, maybe we almost should have had
they,
a
maybe we
category
should have had
here,
it's
but
good.
I think it's
Is it a
still
good
good. It's
category?
still good.
Okay.
Um, Final set, $35. I think this looks like all of them.
Oh,
This is a great set in my opinion.
this might be the
I
best one. I,
I think
I don't know.
Sprigatito looks good. Maybe a little small, but that's probably technically accurate. I'd love to get like a better look at these guys. I love Fuecoco.
Fuecoco
I was a big
looks
fan of
pretty
Scarlet and
solid.
Violet, and Fuecoco was my dude.
Uh,
His face sticks out, but it's supposed to. It looks good. I get that maybe Charmander has a snout, but like still, just make it. Yeah, this looks a little bit better,
Charmander doesn't
and
always have the extended face though. It's only in some art that he has the
that's why he's
it has
mid.
the extended face. Yeah. I think this is one of the better ones, for sure, because I think it just gives you what do you want Pokemon? Three
Yeah,
Pokemon, and they fit
I think
together because of the starters. So, I think it's
it does
good.
very much feel like this is a $10, $20, $30, and then this thing is $35. So like, I don't know if it necessarily it should have been $30 because these guys do look a little smaller than some of the other
Yeah.
guys. But again, that's you're not just going to add pieces to add pieces. They look good. I'm not going to argue again over $5, and I wish they would do this for every starter trio. I think that's you can do your little $20 battle packs, and then you can do your $30 starter battle packs. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
And I think
I
Pokemon's popular enough they can do the battle packs without the starters in them.
I think it's interesting that they picked that one because those aren't the most recent, are they? No,
They are. Yeah,
they
I
are.
mean,
Oh, okay.
they've revealed the ones
They've
coming in
revealed the
2027. So they
maybe
could
that's what
release
I'm thinking
those.
about. Okay.
They could release those if they really wanted to. I would fight you on this if you disagree. I think that's a day one.
Yeah. I think
I think those are good.
that fits pretty well.
When you want a Pokemon build, I think these look good. I don't think you can make them any better. I do think I must have missed opening a tab for this guy.
There
All
you
right,
go.
final one. Great builds, in my opinion. He looks good. He's kind of a boxy boy, but
Skull's crazy.
he gets a weapon. The skull is cool. Um, I want to dislike Gengar,
Mm.
but I that's like what he looks like.
Very square, but I mean,
I
I don't
think
think you could do it much better with Legos at this scale.
that's what I'm kind of thinking. I need to think of it as Lego Gengar. I mean, this is just straight up Cubone,
Yeah, that's
but
nobody's mistaken that guy. Yeah.
Gengar is cool. The legs, I don't know if they could have given him like maybe like an extra piece or two for the legs. I'm not going to critique every part of these Lego builds, but I
Yeah.
think it's still good. I think this is an elite build, possibly the best. I know I said something about Garchomp. This might be the best one.
Cubone might be. Yeah.
Like if you kind of squint your eyes and just look at it, I don't know if you see a Lego. Like it looks like Cubone. Gengar, again, it's Lego Gengar, and he might be one of the only ones that has kind of like
A little
I
action.
guess they're all posable, but you know that's kind of cool.
That's a move. Yeah.
$90. I
Steep price.
I don't need all that extra stuff to have two of the coolest looking builds.
Yeah.
Disappointing in my
The
opinion.
pricing is crazy. I mean, piece count is 782, so I mean, most of that's going into the little stand there. I just don't
Yeah, and
like how so many of these structures are just kind of nothing. Like it's just like a part of a
like a
mansion or something.
pillar of like a
Yeah.
haunted cemetery or something like that.
Yeah, but
If they
it's
had
not
some
even
pieces
clear.
like if they kept it to like that,
Yeah,
And even then, the tree, like, where are you finding like a black tree with orange and who cares?
Mm,
The stand itself, why is Cubone taking out Gengar for some buried treasure?
yeah.
Like, did Eevee and Lapras? They're like, we're not going after that. We're going to the boat that's unguarded.
Right.
Uh, I yeah, I hate the build. I think they look good. I hate the build. It might be the I don't know if you can call it the worst build when Jolteon and Charizard have like the target thing, but even then, the target thing is like you could argue Pokemon training. This is like trying to create a scenario where like they're in a haunted treasure forest thing, and you just don't
Yeah.
need that. That doesn't fit with any of the games. Unless I'm missing something, that does not fit anywhere. This is for, hey, we're building a set for kids. It needs functionality. The functionality is something like a trap door or like it bounces him off. It launches
Yeah.
him. I It's not however many. If you look at these as all like a third of it, which it very well could be a third of the piece count or more,
Could be 3 bags. Yeah.
you're looking at this for like $60 with the two figures. That's a lot better. Um, Even though I would still prefer it to be closer to a $20 battle pack.
Yeah.
Gengar might be a little big, maybe call it 30. Cubone's got more pieces, call it 35. Battle pack should be like 20.
Yeah. I think it could have used another Pokemon if they wanted to charge us. They wanted a
Yeah,
$90 price set, like an Abra
they
or something,
did
but
not really do that except for this
no.
set.
No,
The
no, like actually,
Paldea
yeah.
starters.
That's it for 3. Yeah.
I'm calling it trubbish.
Yeah. It might seem
Not
harsh for good builds,
because
but
this is all perfectly even,
um
perfectly balanced, like all things should be. I think.
it is
Uh,
perfectly balanced.
all right, you're gonna look at this real quick. I'm gonna
Okay.
order these quickly. You don't need to order tier list. I'm gonna do it.
Okay. Yeah, that going to the right
Mm,
works a little better, it seems.
this one's tough for me. I think again,
I
you
think
just assume
Pikachu probably.
Charmander can be fixed.
Yeah,
I don't like the $70.
I think Squirtle has
Squirtle
the
is the
most
worst.
egregious. Yeah.
These are all who cares, but Squirtle gets his own category.
Yeah.
So the rest, whatever order.
Okay. I think that's
I
pretty good.
I don't I don't think these are that bad. I think people hate the smart brick functionality, the smart play. I think it's giving it kind of a bad rap online.
Yeah.
And I think that there's some cool things here. I think the builds are interesting. I think they're do you just want little like molds of the guys? It would be really hard to do brick belt minifigure scale of a lot of these guys.
I think
So the alternative is Legos you're building. It's fun. I think it kind of
yeah.
works.
I think so much of the Pokemon when it comes to like making, merchandise, they love cute Pokemon. You got to think of who's going to want these sets. And they want cute Pokemon, and the cute Pokemon are not big. So typically, so it's hard to do minifig scale if I'm sorry, all the Pokemon you want are like EVs because they're going to be this big and you're going to do a single mold for them probably. That's not really a build, right? That's not what people are probably looking for. But on the other hand, like that Garchomp could just be a minifig scale Garchomp that's pretty big dude, you know?
Yeah.
Same with like the Charizard or something, like a larger Charizard and from the anime, Ash rides on the Charizard, so it's got to be pretty big. So I think the scaling is definitely an issue. Um but we've seen them get creative before. I mean those Avatar Legos, even though I'm not a huge Avatar fan, the blue people by the way. They got some pretty really creative monster builds and things like that and the creatures from Pandora or whatever. So I'm not saying it's impossible, and I mean there's rumors about minifig scale stuff coming, so I don't, I'm very curious. This is more what I expected after what they did with Nintendo, like Mario
I
projects,
agree.
Mario Kart. This
Yeah.
is definitely more along the lines of that, but not quite that far of the stylizing it. Like Mario is just like a little capsule. Like doesn't look anything.
Definitely does not look like, yeah, a
Yeah, so it's
Mario.
not quite that far. Not quite that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. I can't say that I'm necessarily going to go out and buy these on day one, but I wouldn't be mad about getting like the starters here from Paldea. I think Mewtwo's a cool display piece. And I cannot deny that the Bulbasaur, Bidoof, great value, $20, great builds. And I think even the they cooked ones are pretty good. You know,
Yeah.
price starts to creep up a little on those ones, but in terms of
Right.
look and value, I think this list I like where we're at.
Okay. Yeah. So August
And
1st.
I mean, let me just say we could talk all day about what Pokemon says they should do, what's rumored, and even like the smart play sets. It would be interesting to look at these now that we've done this tier list and then go look at the Star Wars ones. So that might be
Yeah.
what we have to do sometime because I think it's a drastically different reaction. I think Star Wars worried me, and then I saw these and I was like, oh, maybe my expectations
Yeah.
were really low, and these exceeded that.
I
So
think they hide the bricks pretty well within the if anything else. They're not too obtrusive to the ones that don't include the smart brick.
yeah,
Obviously the
and
ones that
I
do include are
I
pretty
don't think
low,
they
but
suffered design wise
yeah.
for the smart brick for most of these guys. So
Yeah.
all right, well that's gonna do it for us. So thank you so much for listening. If you made it this far, roast us in the comments based on our tiers. Every like and subscribe truly does help. Thank you guys, and we'll see you next episode. Peace.